I open the bag and I look and there's like paper, glasses and trash and blah, 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 and papers, a lot of papers, and a little tiny stash of cash. So I'm like, put that in my pocket first thing and finder's fee.
Yeah.
And I look and then there's like 3 or 4 debit cards and 5 or 6 credit cards and a few driver's license and a passport and birth certificates and documents of naturalization and immigration.
Wow.
And all these paperwork. And I'm like, is this like a Russian spy? Like it was a Russian older woman's name. So I'm like, what do I do? So I get on a scooter and I drive to the address that's on all this paperwork. Okay. So I go to the address and it's this building and there's a security guy. And I say, excuse me, I'm looking for such and such a name. And this guy's like, she doesn't live here anymore. What do you want? And I'm like, nothing. I want nothing. So I left and I went home and I was like, okay, I'm going to look through this thing. So I start separating it out, like here's her documents and her papers. Like I really want to get this here. And then I find, what an envelope with cash looks like from the bank?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Love those. So there's a couple of them and I'm like, okay. So I start pulling out $100 bills, and I pulled out $20,000 in $100 bills. Plus I have this pocket of cash and all these multiple driver's license in the same name, passports, Russian stuff. I'm like, is the Russian people going to come like give me any moment? I was like, on camera everywhere. You know what I mean? It's America. And so I'm like, so my son calls me. Lennon, the smart one, the financial guy. I'm like, hey, son. He's like, hey, mom, what are you doing? I was like, hey, so hypothetically, so like say you were like driving down the street and you found someone's purse and in it was, say, hypothetically like $20,000. What would you do? And he said, well, I would pay off my debt and I would put the rest in my 401k. And I was like, okay, son, thanks. He's like, why, mom, did you find $20,000? And I was like, well, so hypothetically, what if this is like somebody's life savings and they end up dying? Or like I have ruined somebody's life by not getting them this money back. What? And he's like, sucks to suck. Someone's going to die and it's not going to be us. Somebody was going to find that money and they were going to buy drugs or waste it. So just keep it. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, I'm not going to do anything for 48 hours in case the mafiosa or the police or somebody comes. And so then I got this money and I organize the purse. I put all the documents together. I might clean everything, throw the trash away, whatever. Sit on it for 48 hours. And so then I am like, okay, what am I going to do with this? Because you can't just get on an airplane with $20,000 in cash. Okay. So I decide that I'm going to, first thing I did was I spent $1,000 on each one of my kids.
Okay.
I like bought a catalytic converter or new tires or something for each one of my kids. So that's $4,000. So then I took $1,000 and I was like, the first kids that I see with skateboards, I'm going to buy them lunch.
Okay.
$50. I bought 100 cheeseburgers at $1 a piece. Gave them to homeless people. Just over tipped. $100 to the Uber driver, whatever. Over tipped $1,000, whatever. Then I paid off all my debt and then I put the rest in my 401k. And I threw everything in the trash. And then in the middle of the night, I took all the documents and I drove them back to the place with the address and I left them on the curb and left them there. Here's your documents.
There you go.
Finder's fee.
And I'm out.
That's
a
so
wild
now,
story.
Now you're a co-conspirator.
That's a wild story. I don't know. I thought that was a made-up story, so I'm not a co-conspirator.
Okay, sorry. I can neither confirm nor deny anything about that story. But honestly,
that's funny. That's nuts.
And I'm such a filthy socialist, so I'm like,
sure.
I'll just give some of it to everybody.
Everybody got around.
Everybody got some, and I just took care of everybody a little bit. Paid off my debt, put the rest in my
That's a
account.
wild story, man. That's a wild story. Okay, well, hey, I'm going to give you a wealth
yes,
review.
Yes, thank you.
And then I'm going to give you a success plan.
Okay, thank you.
And so, reduce your monthly expenses. The only thing that you can do on that is pay off your debt.
Yes.
So that's getting done today. We rank them out of 10. Frankly, the way you've been living and the way you've constructed your whole life right now, from an expense perspective, is one of the best that I've seen. So I'm going to give you a 9 out of 10 on that one, actually. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
On the E, which is enlarge your active income, we got to get a job.
Yes, please.
You can't go and live off of $15,000 a year.
No.
Right? You can't go and make basically $1,800 a month on this stuff.
No.
So we got to get that higher, but it's not, you're not unemployed. Are you, have you applied for unemployment?
That's where I've used up my unemployment through the
it's already
summers
used.
and
Okay,
stuff. So
okay,
no,
all
I
right,
do
okay,
not get unemployment. No.
So from an enlarged active income,
Yes.
I'm going to kind of give you a 3 out of 10 on
you're
that.
very generous.
Okay, only because you are making some money. There is something coming in. You're not completely broke.
Thank
right?
goodness.
Acquire passive income. You have no passive income, right?
No.
There's a 0 out of 10.
That's okay.
The question really comes into is, do you think that acquiring passive income is going to work for you? And I think that you said you'd like to be getting
I think that
if
I mean, what we're talking about in this, like it's not an unrealistic thing if I could make that happen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm totally interested in learning how to make that happen.
Yeah. On the acquire passive income, you have 0. You don't have anything going on that round. I've got to give you a 1 out of 10.
Thank you.
L is live on passive income. There's 2 L's actually. One is live on passive income, and the last one is leave a legacy. But the L of live on passive income is right there. Okay, you really have no idea how close you are to being able to just live on your passive income.
I want that.
Like, you're probably a 1.5 to 2 years away if you follow what the plan that I'm about to give you. Okay. So I'm going to give you a 5 out of 10 because you're so close to being able to live on that. Okay. The last one is to leave a legacy. And from my perspective, I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10 on that. You did a good job as mom. You've got 4 kids that are on their own, living their lives, doing really great things, and
they're great.
You've done a good job there. So if I add all this stuff up, it comes to, you get a 29 out of 50.
Oh.
So we got some work to do, but mainly in that active income.
Yes.
Right? So here's your success plan. Step 1, pay off your credit card debt.
Yes.
Okay. Step 2, you got to get a job.
Yeah. And
when you go get that job, just change that mentality to recognize who you are right now. Not all the failures that you've had, the getting kicked in the down the line, all that kind of stuff. You got to forget all that stuff. The 500 applications that you've had that then people have told you no. The interviews where you've gone 3rd and 4th interviews. None of those things matter. It's the next shot. Take that next shot with confidence, knowing that that person who either works with you or hires you is getting a person who is intelligent, well-spoken, with integrity, that tries to do the right thing, and that you'll be a valuable addition to their company.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Number 3 kind of goes along this. I mentioned that's that mentality shift.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got to shift that mentality. Anytime that you start talking about that scarcity mentality that you've got.
Yeah.
You've got to tell yourself that's a lie.
Right.
That's not true. That's a lie. Right.
Yeah.
And then number 4, we're going to make a decision. No, you don't have to make a decision now, but understand your relationship. Get a good idea about what this relationship with what's his name again?
John.
With John.
Yeah.
Right. Like get clarity on that relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. Clarity on relationship. Where are we headed? Right.
Yeah.
And then number 5 is start stowing, like acquire micro passive income.
Yes.
And we're going to start with
acquiring. Is that something I can do on my own? Or
yes.
Is that okay?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We're going to start with dividend producing stock.
Okay.
Dividend producing mutual funds.
Okay.
Now I can give you advice. We can do that
another time.
Another time, because things always change, and we've got this is going to be more evergreen. But the idea is go find a dividend producing. That's great. For me, I like to buy real estate. But your mentality has always been, let me go take a little bit of here and go put it there. That's the beautiful thing about the stock market. Now, I'm not a huge stock fan, right? But it's a beautiful thing for you to go and say, I'm going to go put stocks, not just in the S&P,
right,
which is like the 500 best companies in the country. It's to go ask a financial advisor, what are the best dividend producing stocks that I can go and buy? Coca-Cola is one of those. There's several.
Okay.
And then start going and say, I'm going to go, when I get an extra, instead of extra $100, I'm going to put in a savings account for my kids. Your kids don't need it anymore. Take that $100 and go put it into that dividend producing stock.
Write that down. Yes, please.
I will. Yeah, we'll send you all this stuff.
That's good.
That way, hey, I buy a little bit and I buy a little bit and I buy a little bit. And then what's going to happen is every quarter they give you a dividend.
Because that's how my brain works, where I'd be like,
correct.
Like I'll fill my Amazon shopping cart and be like, instead of spending that $100, I'll just take that money and put it here instead.
Correct.
And then delete the shopping cart.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button right now. You don't want to miss the next episode. Every week, we drop practical money strategies and real stories that'll change the way you think about wealth.